Wikeedu is not my RCOS project. I grinded it out over a 3-day weekend. Anyways, it's a pretty cool project I'm pretty sure you guys might be interested in. Before I start, quick question. Who of you guys have heard of or used RP study group? I assume mostly everyone. Okay, cool. I personally find it kind of annoying, so I had to recreate this new system. So basically, what it is, it's a lot like RP study group, but basically what you can do is you access all the back exams, homeworks, labs, etc. for pretty much any course you might be taking. What's the difference between this system and RP study group? Basically, RP study group, they don't have anything past 2010 for most of their classes, which is kind of a hassle. But we allow users to upload pretty much any document they want, whatever type. So that's pretty useful, keep up-to-date content. We also allow people to have our own internal rating system. So basically imagine instead of having like 20 exams, all of the same test, you rate which ones. Eventually, whatever is the best one comes up on the top. People say, hey, it's easier to find good content, so that's useful. On top of that, we allow people to comment on stuff. So imagine if you have a document like an exam, you read over and say, hey, there's this weird thing that I thought was a little confusing. Or, hey, I figured out this idea. So, it's a way to communicate with other people and, get that information out there. And another is we allow you guys to favorite your own courses and documents. So imagine if you want to keep track of, certain updates, it's just easier for you to get access to that information. Again, why it's to use it. Basically, the idea here is we're going to have a lot more content. Hopefully, if people upload that, that'd be nice. Either way, imagine you're also able to prepare yourself for classes. Imagine if you have lectures from previous years. A lot of courses have the same lectures over and over again. You get to read stuff ahead of time, so you get an idea of where it's going to go, and you can schedule your time better. And also, I don't know if you guys, when you're doing homeworks or labs, I find it kind of a pain reading through the book for hours and hours. I like concise examples. Having access to those labs, you can read through an example, figure out, okay, here's how I'm supposed to apply, these principles, etc., to learn a little bit quicker. So it's pretty much a basic website. It's just running PHP, Ajax, JavaScript, and the basic front end stuff, and also Bootstrap. So I guess a demo real quick. Let's see. Okay, this is a little weird. Okay. So this is the basic startup page, nothing too fancy, whatever. Here we have a list of all the different departments. I have a hard-coded set of every department at RPI, but this is the only ones I currently have documents for in my database and also stored. So imagine, let's say, hey, we're looking for a exam for data structures, right? So we go to CS department, we go data structures, exams, let's say 2012. We go directly to it, but let's just say, let's go to the data structures page, right? Now currently, we're able to favorite this, but we're not logged in, so that button is disabled. On the left, we have all the recent course uploads, by date, so people are able to figure out, if something's uploaded recently. Or we have, just everything that was possibly uploaded for that course on the right. So let's see if we go to exam 2, right? So imagine here, oh, I just realized, scroll, okay, I don't know how to fix that zoom. Either way, sorry about that. So basically here, you have the basic, here's the PDF document, you scroll that. Anyone know how to fix that?
What's wrong? I don't see it.
Well, no, it's the page is like broken apart.
It's like too big, the whole page is big.
No, it's basically, it's just that the monitor was like zooming in because it's a different resolution either way. Okay, so imagine you're able to download stuff here, or you'd be able to rate up and down comments. We're not signed in, so we can't currently leave a comment. If you want, you have to sign in with an RPI email address. Basically, basic sends you a request saying, hey, just to verify your email, no big deal. Here, since I already have an account on sign in, let's say if you wanted to sign in, I'll say, hey, wrong password, send you a key to fix it. Anyway, let's sign in. So when you're signed in, you're brought to your homepage. You have all your favorite courses and all of your documents that you've uploaded. So you just see how they're being rated, all that kinds of stuff. So let's say if we want to, go to some class, we're able to check that out. Whatever, lecture 3, fine. And then we'll see, we have some comments here, tests, whatever, and rating. And also important, the upload system. I find this pretty useful, you know, and sort things by your type. We got a whole bunch of different document types here. Pretty much anything that's not harmful we allow. You know, we're not allowing courses yet, but basically imagine you select let's see, it's computer science, and if we don't currently have a course, you're allowed to add it, but you know, if you want to just add on to a current course, you know, say if we have a homework for 2012, whatever, we can do that. All right, okay. So I think that's the basics how that's working. We got a lot more functionality we want to add. Yeah, so
You should make it so your course is select a document type because you managed to upload something that was
no,
document
you
type,
can't.
I think so.
If you don't select it, like watch. Okay, I can't unselect it because I delete the option. But basically, if you don't have anything, it just checks like Ajax call saying, hey, you know, you haven't selected a thing, and it allows you to do it after. Anyways.
Lecture 4 of data structures.
What?
Lecture 4 of data structures.
Yeah. What about it?
It doesn't have the type selected.
Oh, okay. There's a reason for it. You know. But anyways, yeah. Little bugs. Again, you know, just your documents, your settings. Same page as the home page when you're signed in. So let me just escape this. I think. No, wait, let me exit out of that. Why is it not letting me? Okay, there we go. So, thanks for that. Okay, so what's next? Basically, I'm planning, hopefully, I'm find some beta testers. I don't know if you guys are interested in breaking my system. That'd be fun. Trying to figure out, you know, all those bugs before I can get it fixed. Hopefully, I release it pretty soon. That'd be nice. Hoping to add new features, maybe like a chat room, so people are, you know, quicker, easy access to request documents, that kind of stuff. Have an update feed where, you know, if you subscribe to certain documents, you know, you get comments and stuff, and pretty much anything else other people have questions on that they, you know, like added, that's convenient for them. So anyway, thank you to Professor Goldman, Dorothy, and Sean Sullivan, and all of you guys. Appreciate you sticking around even though you don't have to. So, any questions? So.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought the old RCOS study group had problems with people with copyrighted material. It's like redistributing, it depends what you upload.
I haven't heard about that particular issue. I know, like, originally when it says like RPI study group, like RPI was like, hey, you can't do that, so change the name to RP. But I think they're still fine. Like, I talked to a few people in the CS department and they said, you know, no issues with that.
I actually created a system to replace RPI study group before, and I talked to the people who previously owned RPI study group, and they were facing legal issues with RPI because of the copyrighted exams.
But why is it still up?
They own all of the exams.
Yeah.
You can't upload them and put them out for free because they own them, and they will take legal action against you for it.
My suggestion is to just upload the content to other sites and then have your site just be like a content aggregator or link for them.
Yeah, I was thinking about running through a third-party service just for storage, but I still feel like it might be running into that same issue. Even though I don't know why, I talked to a few people in the CS department, they said fine, but maybe they're not informed about higher decisions on that. So people are.
You could try and pull the authentication system and have users log in with their RPI like account login information.
People have to sign in with their RPI email address. Like, it's the only email address that's allowed.
Right, but you could go through the actual authentication system. I forgot what it was called.
Yes.
Yes. And I think if you do that, then you could be considered like an RPI website. Maybe they give you permission to put content up.
Yeah, I think that's the separation why RPI is separate from RPI.
So what you could do is you could, when they sign up with an email address, you could like talk to like RPI directory or something and figure out if they're RPI lawyers or RPI like free. And if they are, ban them. Don't let anyone see content unless they're logged in. So that way they can't sue you because they can't prove it's up.
I'm just really surprised a lot of people said that was fine though.
You also should just scrape RPI study groups and pull all.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I was already going to be doing. But yeah.
Okay, so there's a current thread on the subreddit for RPI right now that is explicitly about this.
Yeah.
And like the copy, you didn't create that, did you?
No, I don't
Okay,
read.
you should probably read it because they're talking about the copyright issues, and the main thing that RPI study group had an issue with is that it was completely public.
Yeah.
And then they both had it was made by two brothers, and they both graduated RPI, and then I imagine they just didn't want to deal with the legal issues at all because they had no benefit to. But you should definitely read the subreddit thread about it, because pretty much people are saying that as long as you keep it contained to RPI, it probably falls under fair use, because that's essentially what APO is.
Okay.
So you should probably read that. And I think I also commented to the person who on there about how to integrate CAS into the application. So just like read in there, and you can find like all the information.
Alternatively, I highly recommend at least hosting the files on some third party.
Yeah.
Just getting like some like automatic Dropbox or some third party file storage that would look exactly like it's integrated in your website and perform exactly the same way it does. But when somebody gets on your case, somebody sends you an email and says, hey, take this down. You're like, I'm sorry, I'm just posting links to this, content that's hosted by somebody else. You're gonna have to go look up who is storing
I mean,
this.
that worked so well for ISO.
No.
Yeah. That doesn't have that from
In comments, you should have like annotations if you're like reading a text. It's like, oh, by the way, 5 days before it's published, my question
Before
is in this slide, and
Yeah.
like copy it back into like a lecture 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool if that linking system integrated. I was basically just getting the rough setup. I mean, I coded this in less than 3 days, so that's why I just cranked that out.
If you want Wikeedu, you can set this up as a Tor hidden site and have Wikeedu just give instructions on how to install Tor.
Because we all know that
No, he just gave a presentation guide. Nobody would know who
Yeah.
Why did you do that when we were all red?
It's interesting. So a lot of my friends were complaining about that. Why not do it over the weekend?
From the list of formats that were available to upload, does it look like plain text was on there?
It takes you about, I don't think, okay, I didn't technically have that, but I didn't list it. The only thing, like, it's basically all image formats, PDF, EXE, DocX, and Doc, and PowerPoints. No, not EXE, no, like Excel files.
Oh.
XLS.
Yeah, XLS, yeah, sorry. Sorry. No, I do not
I'll be a beta tester.
The only professor does notes in a text editor's Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
I think so. I've never seen anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, people
Doesn't
might
even
want to
do them
study
in a good text
process.
editor.
Yeah. Maybe I'll.
Do you have any like downloaded shit out of you? Download all your favorite
That's actually one thing I thought I really want to do. Imagine like, say if you have a library like all the exams or lectures for this whole period, like imagine people can create like a list or playlist of that as they're just open and download a set of all of those. I thought that'd be really useful. But the only issue I was thinking, well, again, with the time crunch, and also I just wanted to see interest before I actually put actual time into this. Yep.
How are you going to get people to upload their steps?
I know it's an interesting idea. Some people say, I don't want to upload my stuff. It's kind of a pay-it-forward system. I know a lot of systems that have problems with reaching, critical mass required for those types of stuff. Surprisingly, I've already had a lot of friends that say, hey, I'm totally fine with helping out with that kind of stuff. But imagine if you don't upload stuff for people below you, why would people above you want to download, their stuff? So it's kind of like a pay-it-forward system. I know it's difficult, but you can still get a surprising amount of people with it. I've thought about maybe doing a system similar to Stack Overflow, just kind of like a reputation. That was involved in like the rating system and comments and that activity and stuff. But again, I want to see interest before I put in time to this thing and they say it's illegal, and you're kicked out of it.
Yeah. You could just also maybe add like a ratio, like certain private foreign sites where you can only view so much as you have yourself put in.
I'm pretty sure that would screw over.
Yeah, nobody would read it.
It'd be like he's studying.
That's like tell our PhD to stop blowing on our
I've gone over that system with a few other people. They thought maybe the idea, maybe you have to upload something to view stuff, but then I feel like a lot of people would just be uploading garbage just to get like access to few things.
I would suggest that you write something so like daily you have like a full like download file that has all the uploads in it. Because one of the issues when RPI site groups disappeared is that it was really hard to get all the documents that were on it. So So like every day you should just like generate a file that has like all of the files.
Like for that day.
Yeah. Well, no, like all of the files.
Oh,
So it's essentially like a dump of your entire site.
A backup to any RPA.
Yeah. And then you can kind of then people can download themselves and kind of distribute who gets it.
Okay, that makes sense. Good idea. Oh, sorry, didn't see you behind that.
The advantage to add more metadata is if you're looking at an exam, you have like links to all of the lectures that are coming. And then maybe an ability to let other users get at it. When I upload a document, maybe I don't want to go through and like actually look into all the lectures.
Yeah.
Other people do. So it's definitely more database. Better for searching.
Yeah, I definitely see that being a useful feature to put in there. Definitely, yeah. Okay. I think that's all the questions. Awesome.